Yo, what's up? It's a very special episode today. Oh, can I first say 恭喜发财 to everybody who's celebrating the Chinese New Year as well? It's Mr. Yang.
And it's for in the building, bro.
Yes,
Year of the Dragon, Mr. Young. How are you celebrating this weekend, bro?
Wow, you know how it is. Sleeping a lot. Bro, I have not gotten such good sleep. I have to say, because, okay, I feel like the older I get, the less I want to go around visiting. Does that make sense? Because,
Completely understand, bro. Completely understand, man.
you know why, right? Because now I'm also a married man. So visiting is actually financially not great for one of my status, if you will.
I get you. Anyway, doesn't people come to your house or you have to go out? Because I mean, you're living with your dad, right? So wouldn't people visit your house more?
It works like both ways. So yeah, we do have people coming over. It's but the less people you meet, the less you have to give up. But not that I'm being stingy, because it's the festive season. It's about giving. So yes, I'm just joking. These are all jokes, really.
No. Mr. Young, I see your eyes twitching. You can't get through me, Mr. Young.
Yeah. But okay, if you're watching the show here today on a Tuesday, this is actually being recorded on a Sunday, because we realize that, upcoming there's going to be a lot of festivities. People are going to be out and about and super busy. And oh my gosh, the world of pro wrestling just doesn't stop, does it?
Of course it doesn't stop. That's why I was so surprised, when you say like, okay, we can record this on a Sunday, the day after CNY. And I'm like, you don't need to go visiting. Then I'm like, okay, now I get you, bro. I'm like, okay,
Right.
yeah, let's do this rather than go out visiting.
I have prior commitments. See what I did there? I see what I did there.
I saw what you did there. Okay.
But yes, we will talk in just a little while. In fact, we have special guests today, but we will talk with them, get their reactions as well on the huge WrestleMania XL bombshell. I don't know what you want to call it. Everything that went down, it was crazy, dude.
Bro, it was a vibe, man. It was.
Oh.
I saw that shit live, so I have a lot of thoughts about it. But yeah, I can't wait to talk about it, man.
Bro, I just want to say one thing. This is cinema. For those, everyone crying, what do you call that? Cody crybabies. It's like, let them cook. Why everybody got to get so upset so quickly? Well, maybe that's a good thing. It's good for popularity. It's good for, the chatter on social media, right?
Yeah, man. I'm loving all the swerve. I think the internet went crazy this last week. And maybe it's by design. Maybe.
I don't think it's a maybe. I fully trust in, Triple H, and in a lot of ways, Dwayne, The Rock Johnson as well. But yeah, let's get to that in just a little while. Today, we have special guests joining us live right now from the GrappleMAX Pro Wrestling Studios. What's up? Ban, Larhvin, how you guys doing, man?
I'm good, fam. How have you been?
Great as always.
Yeah.
Happy holidays to everybody. Oh my God, I default. I did that.
Yeah. By default, Mr. Young.
That's right. 恭喜发财. So okay, we got you guys on today because A, we wanted to get you guys on the podcast finally, and B, there's a big Causeway Jam that's happening. I'm not talking about because of all the visiting. No. I'm talking about the Causeway Jam at GrappleMAX. Yes.
Yeah, man. It's a very fitting name. Yeah.
So okay, yes, Causeway Jam is happening on
This Saturday, right?
Well, okay, yeah. By the time you guys watch it, it's this Saturday.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
this Saturday, GrappleMAX Pro Wrestling Studios. Are there still tickets left? That's the big question.
It's sold completely.
It's sold. Oh my God.
Damn. So basically, you guys don't even need to do a promotion for this for this event, really. You're just coming here, you just shoot the breeze at this point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we will still do it anyways. Yeah.
We come
Hell
here.
yeah.
You
Hell
guys.
yeah. And
Yes,
plus,
sir.
who better to help us run the card down and give us a bit of a preview than the people who are going to be on the card? Am I right, Foreign?
Sure, for sure.
Yeah, man. Okay, first of all, I need to say this, right? It's a long time coming that we finally have Larhvin on the podcast.
Yes.
It's 7 seasons in. I believe this is the first time officially you're on the podcast. So we have fulfilled your Patreon requirement, right?
What? What you said it like that?
It's part of the requirement, bro. He needs to be on the show, bro.
I don't pay attention to that, bro.
See,
no. It's okay. It's okay.
He's a true blue supporter. Doesn't care about all this stuff. He just wants to help us out. See?
Yeah.
But it's fun, man. It's just supporting you guys, doing what you guys do, because you guys support what we do as well. So it's a fair give and take kind of thing. It's not like, oh, you do this for me because I do this for you. It should be in that kind of scenario, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really great, and of course, we go a long way back. Larhvin actually trained with me from 2019, and like
Oh,
not only just in wrestling, we train BJJ together.
yes.
And of course, one of my favorite things about Larhvin in the ring was he employed a lot of MMA movesets. Remember you talked about how Kyle O'Reilly was your guy, so that we had that
Dude, Kyle
connection
O'Reilly
there,
was
right?
Gerald's guy, man.
Oh, Gerald's guy, yeah, he loves Kyle O'Reilly, but you're also an MMA guy in the way you
Yeah.
incorporate your movesets as well, right?
Yeah. Because it's a easy transition, right? Like I have the background, I have the movement, I have the skill set. So it doesn't make sense not to make use of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that is what I go down that route.
Mm.
It's the most logical way to approach the sport as well. Like if you're going in with nothing, if you're a clean canvas, then yes, you'll be doing a lot of wrestling more often than not. But if you have a background like Jordan has taekwondo,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
Taekwondo black belt, if I'm not wrong, right? So he brings that into his matches. So you can see like even like Brock Lesnar, once he did MMA, his gimmick changed, the way he wrestled changed, right? So making use of what you have, I think is very essential. If not, is just bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it's also such a big part of your life as well. And you do watch both sports, right? You watch pro wrestling, you watch MMA as well. So it makes sense, lah. Let's talk about, because I can't remember. Were you there at Larhvin's return foreign?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you okay?
It
How
was
did
the Christmas show, right? I
Yeah,
believe.
the Christmas show. Yeah, I was overseas. So how was the return? Because we know, I mean, as long as we've known you, it feels like, there was that huge gap of time where you were injured. And every time I saw you, I'm like, hey, bro, when you coming back, bro? When you coming back? How long was that layoff, and how did it feel rehabbing and getting back there?
Oh, I think it was a 3 years layoff.
Ooh, it's been
tore
3 years. Oh,
Yeah, 3 years, right? Yeah. I tore my ACL, right? And then I got it checked. We got it repaired. And I was bedridden for about 2 months, which was very awkward for someone who has been moving every single day of their life,
Yeah.
just staying on their bed, and it was not a good headspace to be in.
Yes.
And even though going for physiotherapy weekly and stuff, like the physical thing was not challenging at all.
Okay.
It was just a mental thing.
Yeah.
And even after 1 year where my physiotherapist and everyone cleared me, even coming back to it was a very on-off process, because you always have that mental block of getting injured again. Went through the process once, you know what happens, you know how you feel, and it was very, very bad. But when my first trip to my Japan in 2023, right, I saw a few wrestlers who were like had ACL injuries, broken legs, and they are still wrestling. Talked to a few of them, and most of them are from Choco Pro, right? Like Obi, even Masa, right? And then I was like, okay, maybe it's time to do this a bit more serious again.
Right.
If people are coming back, I can do it too. Right. But it was not as easy as just coming back.
No, of course, yeah.
Because I've not trained for like at that point about 2 years-ish. So one, you're rusty, you don't have the stamina, you don't have all the things that I used to have pre-surgery.
Yeah, and that whole idea, like, it really does get in your head. I totally agree with you 100%. It's like you have a layoff, right? Your body immediately wants to go back to that level where you were once at, right? And then when you realize halfway, you're like, you're sucking wind, you're blown up, and then you start going like, what the heck happened to me, right? So it plays with your head, doesn't it?
So that was the messed up part. And because I had the surgery, I know the pain in the knee, right? It was this sensation called phantom pain. Where your knee feels the pain.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Right.
It's the expectation that the pain will be there.
Because you felt it for so long already, yeah.
right? And most of the times, like even after training, that pain comes in.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'll be like, okay, maybe I take a break for about 2 weeks
Mm.
and stuff. And then I talked to my physio about it, and then she was like, it's nothing.
It's
It's
in your
just
head. Wow. I don't know. I don't know why when you said it though, because I think you'll appreciate it because you're a gamer as well. I think of Metal Gear Solid, bro. Phantom Pain.
yeah, it's something similar, right?
Yeah.
Then when GrappleMAX moved to the new studio,
Mm.
right, I was like, okay, it's a new studio. It's nearer to my workplace, nearer to my house.
Ah.
No excuses. Let's just do it full on. And yeah, and that's where I started coming back, slowly started working to getting back into the ring.
Mhm.
Had a small conversation with Dave as well, which was one of the big motivational factors to come back as well. And yeah, Dave, thanks, man. The context, we shall leave it out, but thank you very much for it. And yeah, in December, I made my return to the ring. And now it's my second match going into
Right.
Causeway Jam.
Awesome,
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
I mean, we can definitely dive into the match in a bit, but I mean, shifting gears, I want to talk to Ban, right? So this is officially your first time on Kick to the Gut. So welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've had been watching some of your matches, in the last couple of years, and I would say you're one of the new generation so-called wrestlers or trainees to come through GrappleMAX. Okay, I don't think you've shared your story of joining GrappleMAX, at least on this platform. Can you kind of like walk us through like for you, like what was your background? How do you actually, were you a wrestling fan growing up, and how do you actually discover GrappleMAX?
Oh yeah. Definitely I was a big wrestling fan, so started very young. I'd say around like 8 or so, I already like saw like a match, and it was like just a random Raw with like D-Generation X and stuff like that, in like some restaurant, and then I was like completely hooked already.
Right.
Found a way to like watch it weekly for a while.
Wow.
It's like at the moment in time, I didn't know what it was. I just thought like, oh, it's a show. But then like after a while, then I started to seeing like in like one of like the TVs, I don't know, like basically they showed it weekly, but it was like aired like late.
Mm.
And
I
they kept
see.
doing that during that time. So I was like, oh, this is like something I could look forward to every I was watching Raw at that time. So like every Tuesday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Was this in Cambodia
Yes,
growing up?
correct. Yes.
Mm.
Nice. Okay, okay.
So I actually did that for like a whole while. So it's I did a bit of on and off. So it's like I'll like be off wrestling for like a few years after like 2011 and then come back just in time for like the brand split and all that, SmackDown Live, all that. And then
Mhm.
like I just continued watching and I continued being a fan. So when I came to Singapore, didn't really think about like whether there's pro wrestling in Singapore or not. Never thought about that. Only until I was like in 2018, 2019, then I searched and stuff like that. And then I realized, oh, there's a pro wrestling scene in Singapore. That's cool.
Yeah.
But of course, at that time, I was a bit busy with school, O levels and all that. So I didn't really think that much. So just continued watching wrestling until around 2022, I'd say. Yes,
Ah.
2022. Then I actually I was graduating Polytechnic, so I was
Ah.
like, I have a bit of time. Might as well just search, right?
What
Right.
what made you search for pro wrestling like a school in Singapore? Because I always say this, right? It's one thing you watch it on TV, you're like, okay, that's fun, it's entertaining. It's another totally like it's a different step to go and say, all right, I want to train this, I want to learn how to do this.
Yeah, definitely one doesn't think like I want to do exactly that,
Yeah.
like in TV and all that like moves and all that, like getting slammed to the canvas and stuff like oh, like that hurts, right? But then, I just thought like as a kid, so like before I thought it was like scripted.
Oh,
Yeah, I actually really really wanted to be a pro wrestler as a kid.
okay.
But when like now, having like a more performative background because like in school I do have like clubs and CCAs and all that, and it like I like theatrics, I like performing.
Nice.
So like I have that newer appreciation for wrestling, the performance side of it, and that's why right I was like since I have the free time during that Polytechnic graduation period, I have time from that to university, so I just like okay, you know what? I'm just gonna try and try and then become a wrestler, and then the rest is history. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And also one thing I noticed as well is like you incorporate a lot of like some martial arts as well into your wrestling style. Can you tell us more whether is it some sort of Cambodian martial arts, or how do you bring your culture into your wrestling style or character?
So about that, I do try to like bring like my country, like at the very least represent it at the very least. But all the martial arts that I do is not exactly linked to the martial arts that is from Cambodia. But
Okay.
the look itself, so like the headband, the wraps on the arm, that is more like representative of like what old Cambodian martial arts is. So I don't trust myself in like trying to like incorporate moves from
Okay.
like the actual
Right.
martial art, because I haven't actually dabbled in that yet. So all I can do is actually just represent in like a looks perspective. Yeah.
Mm.
I see. Very cool, very cool.
And it does bring out a certain character, because at the end of the day, right, in pro wrestling, you're always trying to stand out in a certain way, right? To have a quote unquote have the look. So it's like, oh, okay, he immediately stands out. It's something different. Let's find out more about Ban.
Yeah. Has anyone told you look a bit like Ryu from Street Fighter with the Ryu and Ken? Like it's the same vibes, right?
I mean, that's the first for me, but I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I love it. Yeah, just talking about the GrappleMAX journey itself. So, like when you found out about GrappleMAX, what was your first interaction or like experience of GrappleMAX? Did you catch a show, and how do you get to meet the wrestlers and start talking?
No, straight away, like as soon as I searched like pro wrestling school and stuff like that, I found it on Reddit, and I just found GrappleMAX. So I came here, right? No background on like the pro wrestling scene. I don't know, like I've never attended a show. I just like went straight to train.
Wow.
Yeah. So like
Wow.
after like doing it once, I realized, you know what? Like after the $10 trial, I just tried and jumped ship. It was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try this weekly, see where it goes. And then during that time, I also helped out with a few shows and also watched. And then, like that kind of built my love for it even more.
Yeah.
So progressively, I just like watch shows, talk with the people, train here frequently for like now is almost like 1.5 years already. So
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it's 1.5 years, because I feel like you are so embedded or like such a familiar face in GrappleMAX shows nowadays. I felt like you seem like a young veteran almost, right? So
Yeah.
like the growth has been incredible, especially for a viewer to watch, right?
thank you for the kind words. I don't consider myself that yet. Hopefully in the future, but like I really like the pro wrestling in general, but also like the community here. So like talking to people and like going through all the shows and going through all the preparations together. So all of that prep has like given me like almost like sense of belonging kind of thing. A closely knit community. Of course, like Singapore is small as compared to like other countries when it comes to wrestling, and like the GrappleMAX community itself is also pretty closely tight knit. So I think that really like helps me like want to come back. Yeah.
I'm sure you see like your peers at GrappleMAX, your friends, they're doing the whole, like go to Japan, go over to Malaysia and wrestle. Is that something that you want to do somewhere in the future?
Oh, definitely. I mean, this is like more of like a recent thing, because when I started off, I had no expectation. I really just wanted to try. And I just wanted to like get a few matches under my belt. That's fine by me. But that like it became a bit more realistic after like the APFW, all that.
Yes.
Yeah, like go really like when we were invited, like both of us, just nice. We were both invited to go to Japan to like watch the Stardom. We watched
Wrestle
Wrestle
Kingdom.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom up right at the ringside, like that type of experience.
Yeah.
It kind of like has a like that motivation, gives you like inspiration, wants you to like shoot farther. So like I'm not against the idea to wrestle in Japan.
Yes.
So Malaysia as well, hopefully soon. But
Nice.
yeah, I'm not against the idea.
And
Awesome.
we will start off the festivities, the quote unquote Inter Causeway festivities this upcoming weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Since we got to talking about Japan, let's talk about Japan. Let's talk about that
Yeah.
whole experience. I know you're a big fan of Japanese culture and the wrestling and whatnot, right? Larhvin, how was the experience like?
Oh, dude.
Bro, okay, let me time you. Half an hour, he's going to talk about Japan. Let's go, bro, let's
I
go.
think this would be a whole season arc,
Yeah.
right? Japan's amazing.
Mm.
Let's just focus on the wrestling, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where else you want to jump into. I don't know. You got Akihabara, one of those funny shops. Then,
Dude, as a gamer, you go to Akihabara, you're coming out broke.
Yeah, for sure, man.
He went broke in Akihabara.
Hey,
Nice.
But yeah, like the wrestling, the people, the promoters, the wrestlers, the fans, all of them are really amazing. They're the nicest people you'll meet. They'll invite you to the shows. They'll invite you to have meals after the shows.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jeff. He was one of my first friends in Japan, who's American dude
Oh.
who stays in Japan,
Nice.
who watches Choco Pro and all the wrestling stuff, and he knows all the wrestling stuff. And he was the one who starts showing us around, bring us around to wrestling bars, restaurants, and all these cool places, right? And then you see a whole new side of wrestling, right? Not just as performers, but you see them as people like us, like
Right,
normal
yeah.
everyday people,
Yeah.
right? Just sitting down, chilling, having a drink, having a meal, and then this year, I think the one that stand out the most was definitely going to be Wrestle Kingdom weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
it wasn't a weekend, but
Yeah.
you get right. We went for like 2 Choco Pro show.
you went for more than that.
But
went for-
together we went for
yeah,
2.
yeah.
Then we went for Stardom,
Mm.
and then we went for Wrestle Kingdom.
Yep.
Right? And Wrestle
Nice.
Kingdom was not like some seed up and
Yeah.
Yeah. It
We
was- no,
saw
it
we
was-
saw the footage. We
Yeah.
saw all of
It was
that.
like what you guys will watch a GrappleMAX show.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was there up close, and all of us were just like,
Damn.
Did you reach out to try to high five Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler?
What?
to be fair, all of us were like, so he's here.
Yeah.
Were you guys genuinely shocked when he walked past you guys?
Yes.
It was unlike normally how a surprise entrance come out, like the music hits,
Yeah.
Yeah.
walking out. He just casually starts walking in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And suddenly there was like a spotlight, and people like, ooh, they were like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Turned around, it's like,
oh,
what?
he's here.
Nice.
Mm.
Did you guys see yourself like on the big screens when like Nemeth was sitting down?
We
Oh, you guys so
looking
too
straight at him
starstruck.
the whole time. Like, I don't think we were paying attention to anything else. We were
Yeah.
just like, what the hell? This is not on my bucket list. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the hilarious thing because like of course like people like Dave Meltzer, all the wrestling journalists all reported it, and then you can see like big headlines, Cultaholic, Nick Nemeth makes his debut. Then I can see Greg's face behind.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You guys are like literally on all across the wrestling world with that moment. How did that feel in that moment as well?
It's really, really like a surreal week that like really like that day, like the thing that happened, it was like already really like surreal on its
Yeah.
own. But like the aftermath, seeing all the pictures online, like being posted, it's like literally posted in like groups that I'm in that I've like don't you like I usually talk with and stuff like that, but they don't know that I'm there and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
they pictures and they posted, I was like, and then I commented, that's literally me. And then they're like, what the hell?
That's incredible, man.
It's really surreal. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than Nick Nemeth, like, who were you guys most starstruck with, like, in terms of watching the matches? Which match that you saw live was like incredible to see on that night?
You want to go first?
Think of the card overall was just insane, right? Everything was amazing, and some of them were already going to leave, and even like compared to like when Brock and Goldberg, right? Not the best examples.
Right.
Yeah.
When they were going to leave,
Yep.
the matches were half-assed.
Oh, okay.
But at Wrestle Kingdom, even though you know that they were going to leave, the standard that they gave was still.
Right.
And because it was match after match after match after match after match, you are invested. Like before the show started, I told him like, okay, there might be an intermission.
Yeah.
Intermission. Let's go grab something quick
Yeah.
and come back. But dude,
No intermission.
yeah, we were hungry,
Oh no. Yeah.
but we were cheering. Like we were fans as much as we
Yeah.
were there on like a work capacity of sorts, right? We were just enjoying the car,
Yeah.
Right.
and it's amazing. Like it's just
Yeah, and you guys went in from the pre-show onwards. That means you guys stayed like how many hours in total? Like at that seat.
I don't think we did the pre-show.
Okay, we were
fully.
halfway through, like maybe like a quarter in the end of like the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
I'd say around 4 hours, 4 hours.
4-5 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Just before that,
Still.
Yeah.
Wow,
so
that's
all we had for that day was like cocoa curry.
It's worth sacrificing the hunger to be able to see what you guys
You
saw.
know what? Yeah, I'll take it.
The feeling of going to where we were seated,
That was something.
that was insane.
Yeah.
Ban, which match really stood out to you? Which was your favorite?
Oh man. So like going into it, I'm a big Bryan Danielson fan, so
of
I
course.
was already looking forward to that. But like I think a match or two before was the triple threat match. It was, yes, and it was Will Ospreay versus
Oh.
it's out of my memory. The triple threat match.
Yeah.
It was really hard hitting and very fast paced.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of spillage outside.
Right.
It's really near the ringside area, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So that was one of like my biggest memories because the whole time, right, whenever there was a hit, like a finisher or like a close near fall or anything, we popped. Like we're trying to refrain ourselves because like again, we might be in camera and we don't want to be like,
Right.
Like fans.
but in my head it's like I'm popping every single time.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so that match really stuck. Yeah, stuck to me.
That's the David Finlay, Will Ospreay, John
Correct.
Moxley match, right? Yeah.
Correct. That's the one. That's the one.
yeah.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. No, thank Google, thank Wikipedia.
Awesome. Wait. But how is seeing John Moxley live? We have our comments about John Moxley, but how was it seeing him live?
I would think that he's quite whenever I watch it on like AEW and stuff like that, I'd say that he's pretty aggressive and he loves to bleed, and like that one's well documented.
Did he
But
bleed in this one?
if I recall correctly, yes.
Oh, of course he did. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But basically, right, when he bled, we didn't know when. But when it happened,
Spontaneous. He probably walking out. He started bleeding already. Fella spontaneously bleeds.
yeah. But I mean, like it added to the feels. I feel like again there was like weapons involved there. But I feel like it didn't take away from the fact like everything else was like still top notch. So I was watching ringside. I felt like the bleeding didn't take away anything from me, but whenever I saw that, I was thinking about like the moves. Like there was like a specific sequence that really stuck to me. I think it's online somewhere, but basically they were doing a bunch of finishers. It was Will Ospreay and John Moxley exchanging finishers, and afterwards David Finlay would go in and like basically do his finisher on Will Ospreay or something like that, and that sequence like really was like one of the best highlights of the night. Yeah.
Nice. I believe there was also that whole altercation between Dave Finlay and Nick Nemeth as well,
Yes,
spilling
sir.
out, right? Were you guys at that side or like was it like
Yes, we were. Again, we did not know anything that was going to happen.
okay?
I was right behind Nick Nemeth. and Nick Nemeth was being attacked by like basically like they were like
Trash talking.
they're trash talking, and then like there was a spit in the face, and then there was a bit of a push and something like that. Nick Nemeth fell towards my direction. I was like, what do I do?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Wait.
They-
So in terms of trash talking, right? Were they legitimately like talking trash, or were they like,
No,
like
trash
actual-
talking.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
pretty intense.
Love it.
Mm.
Okay. I want to ask you guys because as like as a New Japan fan, people who follow the product, what's your thoughts on Dave Finlay being in the position that he is? Apparently, he's like the head of Bullet Club at this point in time. Like, I see very mixed reaction towards him as a performer. What's your thoughts on him as a performer, especially seeing him live?
My opinion, I feel like he suits the role, and he holds himself very like really strongly. Because I don't know about this, but like I see this like this trend where like the Bullet Club like leader usually has like a beard, like long hair, and I feel like I feel like
Reverse
Okay.
Santa Claus.
I feel like that really helps with the presentation. Like
Okay.
it really like makes David Finlay feel like a really big threat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He is the son of like Finlay, Fit Finlay, is it?
Yes, Finlay, correct.
So he got that rough, tough vibe to him
Mm.
already. Okay, pretty
Nice.
cool. Wait, one more question with regards to, of course, Okada versus Danielson. I believe that's the first time you guys seen both wrestlers in person, right? Yeah. How was it seeing like an Okada match, in person, and like a Bryan Danielson match in person for you guys?
Oh, that was one of your favorite matches.
Yeah. There's a reason why they're one of the best like to do it,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So like being able to see like that technical master class is like up close as well. It's like really like surreal, and it makes me like I have even a bigger appreciation for the two people. Yeah. It's not much that I can add on to it because really they're just the best at what they do. Yeah.
Awesome.
And because New Japan, they let the wrestling breathe.
Yep.
Right? There's no drama, there's no like weird interactions.
Mhm.
It's just wrestling. So the appreciation for it is much higher.
Mm.
And you appreciate every single match that's on the card,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, like he said, it was crazy watching those two.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the last question with regards to this whole experience, right? Of course, we know there's been an exodus in New Japan. Most of the big stars have left. Okada, Will Ospreay. But seeing as you guys were there and experiencing New Japan, do you guys think that their culture or like the promotion can still come out strong even with the loss of all these stars? And who do you think will be the ones that will be at the forefront of this new era of New Japan? People to look out for, or like
Ooh, very good question.
What do you think?
Because you need time to think, right?
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, wrestlers come and go, regardless of how high a regard you are. Like even look like Undertaker, Triple H. There is a time where all of you need to leave for whatever reason it is, right? And I think New Japan will survive. One of the few names that I think will come out really good from the new era. Zack Sabre.
Mm.
okay,
I think he's also been very vocal about wanting to carry the New Japan flag as well. Bullet Club will always have its ups and downs. But yeah, I think Zack Sabre will be one of the few to lead New Japan moving into the post-Okada era.
yeah. Even in terms of the Japanese wrestlers, I see people like Takahashi, Time Bomb stepping up. I've seen even Shota Umino has kind of like grown out and filled out. Yeah, in terms of these young guys, who can be the next so-called Japanese ace, after Okada? Because Okada feels like such a big deal. To have him leave is like a big, gap, that they have to fill up. So, is there anyone ready for the Japanese wrestlers? Yeah.
If you want to talk about like the next Okada-ish, I don't think it's fair to them as well. Because no one has been like train to be like the next Okada. Like I want to see the next Fit Finlay, the next Zex. I don't want to see the next Okada. Right? Let the new guys breathe. Let them cook. Let them be who they are, and let them champion New Japan how they want to champion it.
I see.
Right?
Yeah.
If we rely on just who's going to be the new Okada, or in WWE context, who's going to be the next Undertaker, it's not fair on all the talents because you are diminishing all their work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they say the comparison is a thief of joy. So it's like you don't really want to like put that like pedestal on like the newer guys. Like they can be their own star, and I think I trust them, like seeing after like watching like Wrestle Kingdom that day. I feel like most of them really already have the talent and have the chops for it. It's just maybe it might look different from like Okada, from like a Tanahashi, you know? Yeah, they have to have time to like breathe for their to make their own path. Yeah.
I see. Well, that was a great conversation on New Japan, and I think one of the biggest news coming out of that week, it's not just from New Japan, it's from GrappleMAX and how it relates to New Japan. Can you guys share with us a bit of like, how early do you guys know about that news that, that Grab was going to be a part of that press conference, and how do you guys feel about this new, what's the promotion called? Like this alliance that you guys are having?
So this alliance is called the APFW, so Asia Pacific Federation of Wrestling. It's just a federation of like different promotions throughout Southeast Asia. So that being set up, GrappleMAX, Puzzle, and what's that one?
The China one.
It's a DPW.
DPW.
So those four promotions basically have a like alliance with like New Japan and also Stardom as well, and like not much that we can say, but basically this would involve like things with like a few collaborations in the future when it comes to like talent going back and back and forth and to train maybe, you know. So not much that we can add on more.
I see.
That is the relationship.
Okay, I mean, you guys don't have to add on, but I think between me and Young, I think it's gonna be fun to start speculating which New Japan or Stardom wrestler will suddenly end up in a future GrappleMAX show, and vice versa. Yeah,
We'll have to wait
never
for
know,
Greg
right?
to spill the tea on that one, huh?
Yes. Wait for him. I don't want to say yes.
A bun from
I love how awkwardly you guys are trying to tiptoe around the subject. It's like I cannot spoil you. You're like
Cannot say, huh? Okay, let's talk about something that you guys can talk about. Sorry.
We don't know much about it.
Right.
That's
but
like, even though we were at the press conference, there's still a lot of details that that's being worked out. Yeah, if you need to know more, you should get Greg on the show, man.
We will go soon. Let's talk about this upcoming weekend's card then. Let's talk about Causeway Jam, the first Causeway Jam of 2024. Okay, shall we run down the card very quickly?
Can we go from the bottom?
Yeah, of course. We will start with the singles match. Okay, do you guys know much about Kaizul? Have you guys seen this fella before? Kaizul from MyPW versus Joses. Okay, we are not all very familiar with Joses. We're familiar with that photo he has in the GrappleMAX Pro Wrestling Studios. The glamour shot, as it was.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. Is he going to do commentary duties as well and wrestle?
Announcing duties?
Not sure about the
My
next
gosh.
show, but there's a high chance. I think he's like pretty much like the I'd say the color commentator for like each of the show at this point.
Right.
So but so Kaizul, I've been seeing his stuff in Malaysia recently in my PW. I feel like he's like a force to be reckoned with. He's pretty pinpoint accurate. He's also like has the term of like the hitman also here and there, but basically like he's the hired gun, right? And he's like really, really, really I'd say fierce and like very, very intense as well.
I'm looking at his profile right now. I mean, he wears a coat, he wears shades. He look like he can be a gangster standing in KL Gangster, man.
Okay, what the heck? Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he's pretty acclaimed. He's faced like a lot of like other wrestlers in Singapore so far already, and most of them are former champions. So you can see like I'm seeing Dave, I'm seeing Statement, I'm seeing Butcher. He's pretty like, let's say, well versed.
And I
Like
think he's also one of the guys, newer guys, to even main event against Wonder Boy.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Which is an amazing feat on its own.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to actually seeing him wrestle as well.
yeah.
Do you guys have a preference as to who wins this, or what are your predictions? Because is it like a, or
let
is
them
it
fight.
every match you're going to just say the GrappleMAX guy? Is it? Then I don't need to ask already.
I mean,
For me, I think it's just let them fight.
Okay.
yeah.
Um,
And I feel like Joseph has like an advantage to him in terms of like his head.
yeah.
Like that's an additional thing that Kaizo has to take note of if he really wants to beat Joseph, because really that's like one of the biggest things that is
Yeah.
Kaizo has to actually look at.
It's like that Dragon Ball Z character, the one that always who do the hit move. Who's that?
What?
Oh, Krillin, is it?
Krillin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear gosh, all the anime
As it
references
sits
come
in the
out.
right space, I think Joseph can get the W, but
Yes, sir.
I think Kaizo is smart and crafty as well. Not as easy as just walking in headbutt, walking out.
It never is that easy. Okay, let's talk about this tag team match. Tommy RD and Miles Karu. I think we've seen Miles Karu before from IPW versus Ban and Big Dave. Okay, Ban, tell us about this little thing you have with Big Dave, tagging with him.
It's not a little thing, it's a big thing, okay?
Yeah.
I'll just tell you that so far I did have like a bit of like a back and forth with Dave, because I think our like alignment in the good and bad is a bit lopsided.
Right.
But I think we're gonna do fine. We should be fine. It just like a conflict of interest,
Yeah.
That's about it for us.
I got a question for you, Ban. I mean, of course, before the previous event, the Christmas event, the GrappleMAX anniversary show, you kind of low-blowed a Japanese legend, in Togo. So what's up with that? He never come back and revenge on you. You were like, okay, only still alive.
Correction, I did not low blow him. That was Jordan. Okay.
Oh, okay. You distracted
Yes,
him to
correct.
get the low blow. Yeah.
Correct. So again, Dave has set me straight. I just felt that like doing so would actually like push me and like get me a chance to like showcase myself, because again, like I want that title shot, right?
Yep, for sure.
And I want to like I want a way to showcase my abilities, and well, that didn't happen. So when Dave started talking to me and like basically saying basically setting me straight, I don't think things through. And I think I have to like think a bit more before I do things, so if I really want to be the best. So really I just have to align myself and like really be focused, rather than like doing things like like waiting for a title shot when you like help another person is not really the best idea.
I
So
see.
yeah, that's where I'm at now.
So this tag team, is it kind of like is this like your full focus now going into the tag team division? Is this like a side quest? Is this a part of finishing the story eventually? What's going on right now?
I don't know if it's like a side quest for Dave himself.
Yeah.
For me, it feels like I'm head on, because I don't really have anything on my plate right now. I can just focus on this, because again, to be the best, you don't exactly have to be singles. You can be the best in the tag division. And as we showed, like we did beat Aussie.
Yeah, impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing as well, of course, Greg mentioned that you guys will be debuting tag team titles this year as well. Is that one of the reasons why you agreed to this tag team? Is that something in your horizon?
Well, hearing about it, it did sway me towards wanting to stick with the tag team with Dave. So like doing so would like get me a better chance at like a title, because again, somebody lost their title. So there's only one singles title and one tag title as well. So
Okay.
for the singles title when the tag is a completely new thing. I want to set a precedent. I want us to be like the inaugural. You know what I mean? That will set us in the history books.
I was about to say, bro, don't ever mention the word former open weight GrappleMAX champion, but you know what he did with with Foreign and myself. So
very triggering for him.
Maybe he shouldn't see this part of the interview, huh?
Yeah. I think you asked him to just fast forward this part.
Just distract him while he's watching it. Okay, tell us about your opponents. Do you know much about Tommy and Miles? What can you expect from them?
So I think Miles was injured, right?
Yeah.
And this first match coming back.
Correct.
And I think this is where I can relate with him a little bit, where coming back from an injury, you will definitely have something to prove. You'll have a bit of a ring rust.
Yeah.
But I think Miles would hold up real well, right? He's agile, he's well-rounded, and I think he'll make a very good comeback. And I think he might give you guys a run for your money, especially with his partner, Tommy. He has 0-4 record.
Oh, wow.
And he's also short-tempered.
Wait, did you say 0-4 or 4-0?
0-4.
That means 4 losses in a row?
Yes. He hasn't had the best 2023.
I see. Okay.
But to be fair to him, his competitors have been quite like high in terms of like caliber. So you see Emma Nartman.
Okay.
Yeah, and like a
Statement.
a statement as well.
Okay.
So like not a very small feat for him.
Yeah.
So he's like the Mark Briscoe or Jay Little of this Continental Classic, essentially. He taking all the losses.
No, but that's where I think someone gets the most dangerous. Once you go loss of blood. And I think, if I remember correctly, he's fairly short-tempered as well. So he really has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Right? And with Miles coming back from injury, like, you guys are in for a good time.
I mean, you say that, but like, I feel like I have something to prove as well. And I feel like Dave, he's not a slouch. I feel like he and I, as a team, this is a force to be reckoned with.
It's a very strong team.
I think Tommy and Miles should bring their A game.
Yes.
Because we're not going to be falling down too easily.
Nice.
Awesome.
Is it just me, or does Miles look a bit like a mini Shanky? You guys remember Shanky from the WWE? With the long hair?
Veer and Shanky.
Oh,
they give him a dancing gimmick after a while.
Oh, this.
who don't know?
Oh my god. Okay, guys.
Nobody remembers him.
There's more than one Indian wrestler other than Jinder Mahal. Okay, guys. Remember, there's Veer, there's Sangha, and got Shanky. Yes, Shanky.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Come
Foreign.
on, guys. Of course I know.
Is it part of the tag team where it's like the evolved version of the Hollywood brothers, the Bollywood brothers?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next match, which is a 3-way tag team match. Cornelius Lowe and Jack Alexander, N-Boss Gregory and Wildfire versus Ramus and
Wildfire.
N-Boss and Wildfire, yeah. Showtime and Julian. There you go. Got it right.
I have to say this is like this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw this graphic came out, I was thinking to myself like, wow, triple threat tag team match. It's gonna be chaotic. I can't even imagine how you guys are gonna pull this off, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, okay, interestingly enough, I mean, you have the whole Inglorious and Showtime. They have their issues, right? And then now you stick Cornelius and Jack Alexander in there. Are they the wild card? Are they the ones that will sort of what is their deal? I'm looking at the photo right now. What is this Jack Alexander's thing about?
So actually, Cornelius and Jack Alexander isn't exactly like the best of friends. This is more of like a forced tag team.
Right.
Because, some things that happen in my PW between Cornelius and their partner.
I want an explanation as to what he's wearing on his head and why is he holding a bottle there like he's some sort of alcoholic.
That's called the secret sauce.
That's his secret sauce. I see.
Sauce.
Yeah.
Why is his beanie over his eyes? I cannot get over.
Okay, don't question all these things, okay?
Wait, does he wrestle with the beanie covering
Um,
his eyes?
okay,
Does
that
he wrestle with his beanie?
I think sometimes.
Yes,
What's
he
the-
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so basically the beanie with like the glasses in it, he can see, okay?
Wow,
I think it
okay.
adds to reflection, honestly.
Yeah.
So the easiest thing to do is just grab it and pull down. That's it. You win already. You just whack him.
I mean,
Grab,
with
pull.
the secret sauce on his side, I feel like
Oh,
he's
God.
also quite dangerous.
Okay.
He's
I
quite a
see, I
wild
see.
card, yeah. But he is also like pretty lively and all that. And
Yep.
currently, apparently, let me just check this. He's actually unbeaten in international singles matches.
Wow.
Oh,
But this is
okay.
different, okay?
Yeah.
This is a tag
team match.
So
Mm.
there might be a difference there. But I wouldn't put it against him because again, Showtime Inc. and Glorious is having a whole thing. So they might be able to pick up the scraps as well. So
Yeah.
you never know where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eh,
I'm thinking that my PW team just hide one corner, let the other two teams just beat the heck out of each other.
You know what?
Let
That's
them
the
fight.
fair play. That's the fair- I respect that.
yeah. And I've seen Cornelius, I think, in action. I think he's one of the
Yeah.
more recognizable faces. I
Mhm.
mean, mask faces, in the
Yeah,
region.
yeah.
What do you think about his style of wrestling and him as in general as a character, Cornelius?
I can attest to the character. I think he's very pompous, very gentle, very he's really proud.
Mm.
Yeah. But he also is very sarcastic and with his remarks and all that. So he doesn't make a lot of friends. So
see.
now that he has to make friends with like Jack Alexander and all that, and Jack Alexander is just like, here to have a good time and all that. So this dynamic is very weird, but I like it.
Mm.
He's also wrestled like Singapore, Thailand, Philippines, Australia, and I think he brings a lot to the team as well.
Mhm.
And I think one of his best feats was winning 3 matches in a single day to become the MyPW national champion.
Wow.
I see. Okay.
Like,
Was this like a recent
One
tournament?
match is okay, but 3 matches in a day, man,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
insane.
Mm.
Was this like a tournament event that MyPW held, like as part of their shows or something?
National.
I believe it was a tournament-ish kind of event.
I see.
Mm.
It's not related to the MyPW National WrestleCon Championship, right? Because
That's
it's
a different championship.
okay. So I'm trying to understand what is the title divisions in MyPW as well.
Mm,
I'm
right,
sure they
right.
have something equivalent to what we have in Singapore, right?
They do. Yeah.
Speaking of the WrestleCon Championship, the next match is a MyPW National WrestleCon Championship match. It's a singles match. Crypto Bro LK
Yo.
versus Wonder Boy. Oh, this
Yes,
is
sir.
this is an interesting one. So set the scene as it relates to this title. Like what level title are we talking about here? Is this like an IC title? Is it a mid card title? Is it a main title? I'm not very sure about this National WrestleCon Championship. MyPW.
So this one, I'm not exactly sure, but they did have like a tournament to crown it recently.
okay.
So that was the one that like the Wonder Boy won.
Right.
I
Yeah,
see.
so this is going to be his first challenger, like,
Ah.
and it's going to be Crypto Bro. So not the easiest.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Yeah.
going to be like a decent, really, really high caliber match. Yeah, looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, he is one of like the big stars of MyPW right
That's
now,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, Wonder Boy. Yeah.
And also like Crypto Bro, if you've been following his socials and stuff, you see he has been leveling up his skills by adding boxing and stuff into his ass. And Crypto Bro is already a very fast, talented wrestler, right? Giving him access to more moves that are deadlier and scarier is not going to make the match any more easy for Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, as a veteran, he is kind of like doing a Chris Jericho, picking up like a new move set with the Judas elbow, basically at this stage of his career. So are we seeing like a reinvented Crypto Bro in terms of his move set?
I don't think it's just like a single elbow, bro. It's full on boxing training. I believe he went for a competition as well once, right? And he won.
It's
Yeah.
boxing competition.
Is it like a white collar boxing or something like that?
I got no idea, but I just saw it on his feed.
Ooh.
It was just like, ooh,
Yeah.
this
Nice.
is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So basically, Crypto Bro is like gonna be like being serious this year, like really gonna go out for all the championships again. Is that what we're trying to get from this?
Yeah, because like LK has been sort of quiet in the last year. He's sort of just taken a back seat, let everybody else do their thing. But I'm like also like on the same train of thought as Foreign. Like, is 2024 going to be Crypto Bros year?
We can never just short his like feat, right? So
For sure.
yeah, he has like the cruiserweight belt for like a while, a long while. He's quite he's still up there in terms of like his athleticism and like his skills, and he can still go. And he recently also like won was it against Sean P?
Yes, he did. I was there.
Yeah, so like again, he has momentum.
Yeah.
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 So
yeah.
I think it's going to be a hard one for Wonder Boy, but again, Wonder Boy also has his own feats and stuff. I'd consider him almost like a young veteran as well. He started young, around 16, and now he's like really, really up there. He's like basically one of the top guys in my PW currently already.
Yeah.
So I feel like with that experience, that growth along that time period as well, it's gonna be who's ever game, I feel.
I think Wonder Boy is probably arguably one of the few top wrestlers in Malaysia as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely got the size. I think in the last couple of years, he really bulked up. He's really looking like a top guy for their company. So it's gonna be a pretty a pretty high level match that we can expect.
Speaking of the cruiserweight title and the champion, where's Jordan?
Where's Jordan?
Where's our former Oppa?
He might have to take time to process his loss. Yeah, I don't blame him. But again, this is one of the things where like
You helped him.
Yeah. Togo-san just chopped him into oblivion, is it? He's picking up the pieces of his chest.
Yeah, man. Like I didn't get my opportunity because of this as well. It feels like he lost it and I couldn't get a chance. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sorry guys.
Okay, let's move on to the singles match now. Okay, so this is not my PW versus GrappleMAX anymore. This is a solely GrappleMAX matchup. Larhvin, you are going up against Sean Pang. Okay,
Yeah.
tell us about it. Talk to us about it. What are your thoughts on Sean, first of all?
Sean P did it?
No.
No, the other one. Is Sean
Is Aussie Sean?
Aussie?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. What's this story about, like between him and you?
So, I was just informed that I'm going to go against Sean, right? And the first thought that came to my mind was like, with the tag team event coming up, the focus should be on being a team.
Yeah.
Right. But I feel like it's a good way for Sean to test himself in single
Singles.
matches as well, right? To build it up. And who else to try than a guy who has every other submissions,
Yeah.
strike, who can choke you out, who can snap your bones, break you apart, tear you limb from limb.
Ooh, there's a promo right there.
Yeah.
That's a promo right there from Larhvin.
And
Does it bother you that you're going up against someone who's quite beloved at this point? Because, Aussie, they get a lot of cheers, they get a lot of fanfare, right? And essentially you have to go and beat up a guy that's, loved. Does that bug you at all? Or are you like, whatever, it's just an opponent?
it's fine.
Okay.
Love me or hate me, I'm still going to beat someone up.
Nice. So this is less of a injury comeback fairy tale, more like I'm angry and I'm bitter, I'm gonna beat up some people.
No, I think it's just coming back and not holding back anymore.
I see.
Right?
It's like a more serious.
Sean is amazing, right? He's an amazing person. He's an amazing wrestler, especially in one of the best tag teams in GrappleMAX.
Yeah.
Nobody can argue that.
So what I'm hearing is you're saying that he should stay in his lane and not try to, mess around in the singles division with the likes of a Larhvin. Is that what you're saying?
I think it is okay to mess around because that is where you can show you that, look, I might be a tag team, but I can hold up on my own.
Yeah.
right?
But not
Like,
just
yeah,
not against Larhvin lah.
Hey, you never know, right?
Uh,
We never really seen Sean in a singles match.
Bro,
with-
you're too nice, bro. I'm trying to be your manager, bro. I'm trying to push you to be like, yeah, let's break this guy down. Come on, man. Let's do it.
we know what happens if mistakes made in the match. One
no,
wrong foot placement, one wrong arm movement, and right.
I hear Larhvin went full on a bit heel in his promo, and then he like, okay, retreat.
I'm actually a nice guy.
Actually, nice. No, I don't want to fight anyone.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to be a bit modest.
Right.
I feel like he has the ability to go head to head with like Sean, like from his turn. Like again, although he returned last show, it wasn't like he's never done it before.
Yep.
It took like a long break. He's done it before. He can go toe to toe, right? So if like it's going to be a big battle for Sean because again, singles run wise, the last time he went for a singles match was with Joseph, and he lost. So that's gonna take like a mental toll on him. He has to like recenter himself because again, as a tag team, they're one of the best. I say one of the best because Bouncer Jack, Big Dave.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but again, like as a singles, he has a lot to prove. So this is not going to be an easy feat with Larhvin as well.
I'm very interested to see actually the crowd reaction to Larhvin, like kind of easing back in. And of course it all boils down to how are you gonna like be as a character in the ring, right? Once you're back, because as of now, I do not know whether you're gonna be like a baby face, you're gonna be a full on heel. Are you gonna take your time to establish that? Or maybe the answers will come from watching this match, yeah?
Yeah, you never know.
Okay, there you go. Watch the match.
Watch the show. I would recommend to get tickets, but we are sold out.
Hey.
But you can get tickets for our next show though. It's up live.
Yeah,
There you go.
The next amplifier is already up on sale, so
Let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about the GrappleMAX Openweight Championship match. Okay, so Hotshot is gonna, he certainly has a test, put against him right now. Hotshot, our champion, up against a very deserving, I think a lot of the community is very much behind Prabhu, even though technically he's part of Showtime and they are not very nice, as it were. But there has been this groundswell for Prabhu. Talk to us about this main event.
Wait, before that, Mr. Yang, I want to say something as well.
What's that?
You know why am I excited for this match, bro?
Why?
Because this is the 2023 Local Wrestler of the Year versus the 2023 Young Boy Rising Star of the Year, man.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Kick to the gut approved match main event, bro.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, dude, looking at these two, right, like you're actually really hard pressed to think of who has the advantage here because Hotshot has obviously established himself already, right? Great win against Big Dave and title defenses and whatnot. But then Prabhu, he has been slowly sort of creeping up there, getting up there with the wins, winning the crowd over as well. Larhvin, how do you see this one playing out?
So I know Farhan is the guy who likes his fun facts from the days back.
All right, let's go.
Okay,
Fun fact.
Go for it. Give it to me.
Fun fact. Prabhu has beat Wilson. Right?
Okay.
When now he got this opportunity with the belt on the line.
Yes.
Oh, dude, this is... I'm excited.
So it's Wilson that has to prove himself against Prabhu.
Yes.
Is that what I'm trying to say?
I feel like both of them have something to prove this time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Prabhu is going after the championship.
Yeah.
Wilson is trying to defend, and he has to get the win over Prabhu to get over the previous loss.
I see.
Right? And yeah, it's going to be a very fun, two different styles, right? With Prabhu bringing the power, the strength, and Wilson bringing the agility, the speed, and I don't know how this is gonna go.
Ban.
yeah, and I mean, like just to add on to him, this is also another Inglorious versus Showtime Inc. You get what I mean? So of course, like with Showtime Inc., there's gonna be a high chance something happens from the outside.
For sure.
Shenanigans,
Yeah,
yes.
shenanigans. That's that's like something to look out for. But in terms of like just match like the two on their own, I feel like there's going to be a barn burner. There's going to be like a really, really good wrestling match. Again, two locals. One of which is, as you said, like the young boys, and one of them is also
Fan favorite.
fan favorite. So it's really like really you don't know where it's gonna go at all. And it's like as much as like Showtime Inc. has like all the hidden shenanigans, Prabhu is like a force to be reckoned with as well on his own. I feel like he can do a lot of damage. And if Wilson is not quick enough and he's not quick enough basically, Wilson might get caught. And that's going to be a bad thing. Prabhu getting the win is going to be like a big shot to like Inglorious.
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
You touch on it briefly, right? Could this match, which is the main event, could this lead to a wider civil war, right? A wider gang warfare,
Faction war, yeah.
Yeah, because like we got two representative of like the top factions in GrappleMAX, in Inglorious, and of course with our Showtime. Our Showtime Inc. gang. So will we see the rest of the gang members, the rest of the factions at ringside? I'm very curious. Or just gonna be straight down the middle, one-on-one.
You know that's not going to happen, especially not with Showtime Inc.
Right? They do have a match earlier in the card, so they might not have the energy to pop up in the edit.
Yeah.
Depending on how that match goes.
Okay. So basically, both members need to whack each other until they all cannot make it for the main event, essentially.
Yeah, probably.
There's a chance that might happen as well. Yeah, because again, like the match can be tiring. You don't know what the result would be, right? Somebody might be like incapacitated to the point where they won't be able to come out to like help out. You get what I mean? So again, shenanigans can or they may not happen as well.
Yeah.
So, we really don't know what's going to happen, but just know that the seeds have been sowing for a long while already of these two factions facing each other. So like seeing these matches, these altercations, like also Wilson already faced Julian last time also. So it really feels like it can be like Wilson facing all of Showtime Inc. at this point, but it can also be like they're slowly trickling into like a 3v3. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be really exciting.
So let me put each one of you on the spot, right? Who would you rather face for the championship, given the opportunity? Who would you, as a singles wrestler, rather face? This is not a call out. I'm just saying, preference maybe. It could be a call out, whatever you want. Larhvin, I put you on the spot first. Larhvin, I put you on the spot.
Me?
Yes, you. Given an opportunity, who would you rather face, Prabhu or Hotshot, for the Openweight Championship?
I would choose Prabhu.
You would choose Prabhu? Why?
It will be a test. Yeah, it will be a test for me because he's one of the strongest members that we have. And I want to see if I can hang out with one of the biggest guys and possibly break him in half.
Ooh.
Right?
Iron sharpens iron, as they say, right?
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, that is it, right? You want to challenge someone who you feel like you can't beat unless you put in the work. Right? Not taking anything away from Wilson.
I was about to say, so you're saying that you can beat Wilson without putting in the work?
It's too young. Shit, Scarer.
It's very, very different. In terms of strength, we are about the same. Speed-wise, he might be faster than me. Right? But I feel at the end of the day, I still have the more advantage with the submissions, the grapples and stuff. But with someone like Prabhu, who's bigger and stronger, like technique alone is not going to be enough.
Right.
So you have to sit back, look at everything he does, start planning. Like you need to have a full game plan.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you need to be able to like swap in on the fly.
Ban, put you on the spot right now. Who would you rather face for the title, given the opportunity?
Given the opportunity, I would like to face either or even both.
in a, like a triple threat scenario?
Sir, yes, sir. I really
Wow.
do not care who.
Wow.
is,
Okay.
all right?
Okay.
I feel like in terms of like preparation wise and everything, right? Doesn't really matter to me as long as I like show the heart, as long as I put in the work, I should be fine. I've done a lot of like matches with a lot of the cruiserweight guys, so I'm really like accustomed to like fast pace, like also like high flying here and there. I've not done matches with like heavyweights that often or at all from what I can recall. So that case, like I would think like I want to do like a match with Prabhu because like that's a new experience for me. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, both or either. Come at me.
Bro. Or just let them beat the hell out of each other and then you go in and pick up the scraps.
That's why I said
That's the way. That's the way, Mr.
There
Young.
you go.
I can tell what kind of wrestler Mr. Young will be one. You will be the very
Cerebral assassin.
yeah.
I'm just here. I'm trying to think things through, as Dave put it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And also, guys, I would like to let you guys know. I think a good performance on this show is very, very important, very paramount for the GrappleMAX wrestlers, right, Mr. Young?
Why? Why do you say that?
Okay, because as you guys know, I mean, at least Larhvin would know because Larhvin is our Patreon member. We here at Kick to the Gut are gonna experiment with something really, really interesting this year for all our local wrestlers. So, Ban, I hope you're ready to give a great performance as well. So, like I briefly mentioned last year, the 2023 Kick to the Gut Awards, right? We voted our the best local wrestler, a young boy award. But this time around, we want to make it like a year-long activity, something that our fans, our listeners can enjoy at the same time. So we are actually encouraging our Patreon members to come and watch your shows and actually to give match ratings. And all of this will lead to the end of the year where we're actually going to unveil our Kick to the Gut Singapore top 20 wrestlers.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's all gonna be determined by your match ratings for each show. And we're gonna break it down like very PWI Pro Wrestling Illustrated style, right? So charisma, connection with the crowd, your wins and loss, your championships that you win. So I hope you guys are really excited by it.
Hey man, I already have motivation to win, but I guess now I can't lose.
Yeah.
Lose now. Yeah.
Now you can lose, man. Especially Larhvin as well. Since you're aware what's happening in the rankings, I think you're probably gonna tell them, okay, this one, this week, this month, I'm going out the rankings. So what about you guys? So it's gonna be a little internal competition for you guys as well. And just to be clear, this is not just for GrappleMAX, it's for all the promotions in Singapore as well. So we're gonna be ranking them out.
Singapore wrestler top 20, right?
Yeah, Singapore Wrestler Top 20.
There you go. Look, at the end of the day, right, something like this, like, yes, it's an additional motivation, but also at the same time, you just gotta do what you do. And I think doing what you do gets and wins people over, right? So don't think too much about it. I need to play the quote unquote nice guy here, but it's like don't think too much, don't put too much thought into it, but also at the same time, everyone's watching.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
But I have one question. There's this one Singapore wrestler that did one match, and then we've never seen him again.
Oh, who
We've never.
Who
Right?
Oh, that one.
Did he happen to have a manager as well?
That one a few years ago, not counted already lah. That one before the
I'm
establishment.
That guy would make a comeback.
Oh,
New studio, we got a ring.
Oh man. Bro, I'm like Bad Bunny, bro. I'm like in between. I'm like going around the world to no.
stop it lah, bro. Bad Bunny, what?
Okay, you know what? If there's a story and there's something worthwhile, I will put my pencils up again, and I'm willing to.
Your pencils?
Your pencils?
You all never hear what The Rock said last year. He said the reason why he didn't fight Roman Reigns last year was because they couldn't crack the story. That's why they put their pencils down.
Oh, wow. It's a hell of a reference.
Yeah,
oh my God. And okay, I'm glad you brought that up because I want to get you guys' thoughts as well. I'm sure you guys have been paying attention to the WWE product leading up to WrestleMania, right? I mean, it's hard not to, especially with the amount of buzz that they are getting. And at the press conference, my gosh. I mean, they not only did they put it on free YouTube on every platform, you know, they like, did you see the arena was packed?
Yeah, that's
For press conference.
arena.
For a press con. Dude,
Yeah.
that's what isn't that what they do for the UFC also? For the weigh-ins?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think they're really trying to make it like legitimate now. Like
Yeah.
Like very
kickoff
sports
happening
based.
like a month or two away.
Yeah.
When I heard kickoff, I was like, oh, okay, right before the show. It's like, no.
No, yeah. It's literally a press conference. And then you compare that to like, you know, the press conference with Tony Khan and his favorite wrestling journalists after a
dear.
pay-per-view where everyone's dead tired. Yeah, okay, yeah. There are different levels to this game, man.
What was interesting was there was a kickoff to the kickoff show. They had like
Yeah.
a panel and they
Yeah.
brought CM Punk.
Oh god, that was and okay, can we just say how great it was to see Big E? And I love the fact that Big E was there. And you know, I mean, this might be the next if like knock on wood lah, you know, if he doesn't really come back because of injury or whatever, I could absolutely see him as a commentator or some sort of you know, correspondent for the WWE, right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, what was your thoughts? Like, where were you guys at on I think it was Friday morning, I believe, when the press conference went live at 8 a.m. here in Singapore.
I was sleeping, bro. I was
Hey, we think I was sleeping. Yeah.
happily asleep.
Yeah. What about you guys, Larhvin and Pan?
I think I was just heading home from the gym and getting ready to go to work.
Yeah.
So only managed to catch just in time when Seth came out.
Oh. Yeah, that was when
the important stuff happened.
yeah, the second half, the first half with Rhea and Bianca was like, it's all right. They just, you know, get them out there to, you know, get their shine and whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. What about you, Bud?
I was busy with school, so
Oh, you were in
real
school.
life sucks, guys.
So you found out via social media lah, essentially.
No, I did not. I tried to keep it really spoiler free. I tried
Wow.
to watch it afterwards because I heard it was going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Right. So I actually watched the whole way through. I
Wow.
started from the beginning. Again, like I was looking forward to like the ending because that's the interesting part. The other parts is just like promo as well as like kerfuffle, you know, like just setting future matches, right?
Yeah.
Kerfuffle, man.
Kerfuffle.
Yeah, indeed. Wait,
But sorry.
I want to hear your thoughts like before the press conference, right? You know, the whole world went crazy when like The Rock came back and Cody Rhodes seemingly stepped aside for The Rock. What were your thoughts initially when this all went down? Did you guys had an inkling what was going to happen? Was this exactly what you expected?
I had an inkling that Cody and Roman was gonna face at WrestleMania. It's like I feel like that is the match. That you're like changing it last minute doesn't seem like that was the plan from the beginning as well. So I mean, I also watched on SmackDown as well. You know, like Triple H recently went off. So like the story is very apparent now. But back then it was like I was betting on just like Roman and Cody going in anyway. So I knew that something was going to happen. Rock would either turn into a bad guy or something happens. But I didn't know that it was going to go that way exactly.
Nice.
So
Larhvin, did you think this was planned or it was a work from the beginning? Papa H knew this was going to go down and just worked it all the way.
How they ended that segment and how fans reacted to it played to how it turned out.
Which segment? The SmackDown segment you're talking about?
The one where Cody brought out The Rock.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a very simple thing. He just brought out The Rock, said nothing, hugged the guy, left.
Yeah.
Rock didn't say anything. Show ends.
They left it hanging lah, basically.
And suddenly everyone is like, Obi-Wan Cody, Rock is going to take the main event. Then I think it just all worked out for WWE.
Yeah.
Because there was no point in that segment. He was like, okay, I'm not challenging you.
Yeah.
Or the Raw, he was like, okay, Rock is going for I'm going for Seth. Right? It was heavily focused on like just leaving it hanging.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the WWE are so good at doing now. And, love it or hate it, it's like watching your favorite Game of Thrones or whatever TV show. They leave you on cliffhangers, so you have to watch the next damn thing. You have to watch the next episode, right? So yeah, the second they did that, I was like, yeah, but they didn't say anything. So that's why I was so amused. But then that's what they want. They want people to start, oh no, how can you do that, right? And I guess what was maybe surprising is that the people turn on Rock so quickly and in such huge numbers. Is that video on YouTube is like the most disliked video. It broke records, right? So I don't think anybody really sort of foresaw that. So I wonder if, they were going to bring Rock back, but they didn't think he would get so much hate. So now they're like, okay, let's just go with it. Or did they like, okay, yeah, he's going to get a lot of hate. It's going to be like the Daniel Bryan thing again.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like actually The Rock is very, very much aware of how he's being perceived these days? With whatever happened on Hollywood, Black Adam, blah, 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 all this bad publicity. And do you feel like he actually actively wanted to come back as a heel? Because that's the only reason why it will be a worthwhile storyline.
I think Rock is a smart guy. Very business-minded guy as well. And with all the media publicity, with the Fast films, Black Adam, even the Hawaii Fires thing with Oprah.
Yeah.
He knows his reputation is not at the highest point for him to come back as a babyface. And he just like, how do you come back as a heel, but make it logical?
Like there is a motivation for him to be there for Roman because, his family line has been insulted. They played that whole damn thing out. The big family, you saw the big family tree on the screen. That was pretty cool.
Crazy, yeah.
The only puzzle that I cannot solve is him joining TKO. Is that a story or is it like a real?
No,
that is the real life stuff lah. But I don't know, like as this whole thing played out, like this thought crept into my mind, right? Like at the end of the day, I feel like Rock still needs to come out of this looking like the good guy because he's a Hollywood guy at the end of the day, right?
Mr. Young, I thought about it, Mr. Young. But you can complete your thought first.
No, there's just something about me. It's like, okay, yeah, we all have seen the clips of The Rock being Hollywood Rock, and that was hilarious stuff. But the way he acted, the way his reaction, right? I feel like this heel Rock is going to be a more intense, like, you mess with my family Rock. And not the comedic hee ha make jokes Rock anymore. So it's I feel like we're gonna see a completely different Rock. Okay, and this might be a hot take, but I think his promos don't fit this era. Like
like the wisecracking, making lame jokes. Yeah.
Like when he was out there, he felt like scripted, rehearsed. He has lines. Whereas Roman, Seth, Cody, everybody felt way more natural. Now it's more, we are in the era of everyone just speaks, just throws out like,
Cinema era. We are coining it that.
As opposed to just corny line. Like, like the Brian Gerwitz special as it were. So I'm like, watching him out there, I was like, wow, I don't know if he can actually act his way through this or not.
Yeah. But don't you feel like his so-called the taste of him in this character? Is he trying to prove that he can actually act? That's why he's doing this character.
See, that's my whole point. He's trying to prove like he can act. So I don't think he's gonna do the funny shtick, heel anymore, which is like maybe not what we want to see. So I have this very bad feeling that he's gonna help Cody win at WrestleMania just to get the shine back on himself.
Okay, so that's where you're leaning towards, right, Mr. Young?
Yeah. So okay, let me give you an example of how it's happened before. HBK, Austin.
Yeah, Tyson. Yeah. Wait, I have the exact same thoughts, Mr. Young. Yes, exactly. You know why?
Why?
Because isn't the first thing that happened between Mike Tyson and Stone Cold was an altercation between them?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So you are led down the path of, okay, Mike Tyson is on the side of DX.
Correct. And then the whole road to WrestleMania, he was kind of being part of DX, pro DX. He was going to be a special guest referee. He's going to screw Austin.
Yeah.
And on the match itself, you know what happened. Everybody know what happened after that, right?
Yep. He turned and he joined Austin and, he said, my favorite wrestler, Cold Stone. That's my favorite part of that whole thing.
You know why I actually agree with this, and I feel like they already gave a hint. Remember Cody, okay, everyone was shitting on last week's promo because they were saying that it didn't make sense. They
Yeah.
must have pivoted, and that's
Yeah.
why they did what they did on the kickoff. But what if, right? This was the plan all along.
Mhm.
So Cody said that I've had conversations with The Rock, and then he stepped aside and he walked away, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the whole point was he and The Rock behind the back kind
Yeah.
of agreed, like, you know what? I bring you back. You lull your cousin into a false sense of security.
You slapped me on stage.
Yeah, we
Ah.
pretend to slap each other on stage, and then bam, at WrestleMania itself, Roman Reigns get blindsided by The Rock. The Rock defends against the Bloodline, covers and let Cody Rhodes get the 1, 2, 3, and then boom, they can go start their whole Bloodline storyline throughout the rest of the year until next year WrestleMania.
Larhvin,
That's what-
but would you see? That's the thing. Like, I don't like that because I feel like it takes away from Cody winning it by himself, right? So what do you think? Is that do you think is that going to be the case, or is it going to be 3-way, or is he going to like stay heel and help Roman somehow?
Okay, so from what we like got from like Triple H at on SmackDown, the SmackDown right after the conference,
Mhm.
really seems like it's sowing the seed towards Triple H versus The Rock,
Oh,
which is
God.
which is something that they've actually been been trying to push for the past
Triple H
3
can wrestle.
years.
No, but yeah, that's the thing, right? Like,
He got a
physically-
pacemaker, right?
yeah, he cannot wrestle.
That's the thing, yeah.
It does. Like, I know what you're saying because after watching that promo he did on SmackDown, which
it really feels.
yeah, it feels like they're going that direction. But yeah, we know that Triple H cannot do it physically because he got the heart issue. And also, have you seen The Rock recently? I'm sorry, he should not be wrestling. lah. As much as I wanted to see him in a triple threat, he got blown up in that short segment with
With the
Jinder.
Jinder Mahal.
Don't
and
hinder the
Spine
Jinder,
Buster.
God damn it. But yeah, I really feel like he's not in ring shape at all.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he can get into ring shape by WrestleMania.
I have a feeling
Mm.
Rock is just going to be your tribal chief.
All the way. Like, he will take over Roman Reigns' spot. lah.
Like you see right now, even when they did the promo with Rock walking with Roman, right? Positioning was very important. Rock
Yeah.
was in front of Roman, right?
Yeah.
Not Roman leading.
Yeah.
It was the Rock leading.
Mm.
So, I think this might be subtle hints like even Roman bows down to the Rock,
Yeah.
right? And during the match, because of honor, because of family, because Cody already said like, oh, your grandfather will be disappointed, and Rock already affected.
Yeah.
He won't let any of the other Samoan dynasty get involved in the match when Roman needs it the most,
Mm.
right? And that's where they can do their own stuff or get exiled, whatever it is. We don't care, right? We just want to see a clean match between Roman and Cody.
Right. So what you're calling for is not necessarily Rock stabs Roman in the back, but he's just like, okay, this has to be honorable tribal combat, and I'm the chief, so you guys fight. I will stop Jimmy, I will stop Solo or Paul Heyman from interfering on your behalf. Okay, interesting take.
Wow, I mean, either way, there's so many permutations to this, right? And it
That-
makes the road to
yeah.
WrestleMania even more exciting and unpredictable.
Yeah, that's the beauty of how this whole thing has played out. There are 1,000,001 permutations, including Rock versus Triple H, which is just insane to me. I hope they don't do it because I don't want Triple H to have a heart attack.
That's fair. That's fair.
But don't forget, we still have Damian Priest hiding
Oh
some.
my!
Oh dear God, yeah.
No lah. He's gonna be involved with the world title scene lah. Cannot be like at this point. Like it feels like he's not at that level to be in that storyline.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I think that's the point of the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it really is, right? Like, sekali he come out, cash in, and rock bottom him. That's it. He loses his title
Oh,
shot.
poor
Do
guy.
him dirty, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, of course, we saw on SmackDown that they announced the bracket for the Elimination Chamber. And interestingly enough, Damian Priest is not part of it, right? So it could be like you say, like a false alarm, like allow people to a false sense of security that maybe he's not going to cash in.
Yeah.
Maybe we have that Drew and Seth Rollins match at WrestleMania and then Damian Priest cash in. That could work.
So wait, there's no title match for the men's title at EC, is there?
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
So,
No.
Oh, yeah, because Seth is still injured, and well,
I think
Roman
he's trying to
doesn't-
like hold it off for WrestleMania. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys hear some of the speculation that maybe they're kind of angling towards like a dream tag team match at EC leading into
Ooh.
WrestleMania?
Seth, Cody, and Roman Rock.
Yeah, because people were asking why was Seth so prominently featured
Mm.
on that stage when technically it's not part of the storyline.
He needs a rub, bro. Come on, bro. They need to
didn't-
feature all the champs.
Didn't you guys see the moment Cody kena slapped, right? The first person that kind of shoved
Yeah.
the Rock was actually Seth Rollins.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he has his own grievance with the two of them because for basically saying it's a losers bracket, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, I think he has a bit of beef there, but it's an opportunity for him to like kind of like get back at them now.
Yeah.
And-
And I'm very sure that the Perth Australia Authority, the tourism board,
They would-
literally
oh my
paid
God.
tons of money to get WWE to bring EC because there's the expectation that The Rock will at least appear there.
Bro, can you imagine if that happens for and it would be the best however much you spent on tickets? Because you would get to see Rock, you would get to see Roman.
Well,
Seth,
definitely, I'm really half happy because Randy Orton is coming. I'm going to see
Yeah,
Randy Orton
Randy.
live finally.
Bro, didn't they announce CM Punk was going to be there? And I know you are the biggest CM Punk fan.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
are you a bit bummed out that you don't get to see CM Punk in the ring?
Kevin as well.
Huh?
Kevin as well.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh yeah, Kevin from GrappleMAX.
Yeah.
Kevin also was pretty bummed when
Oh.
like the news.
Oh, when Punk got injured, yeah.
Punk to death.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But you know what? As much as I'm sad, whatever happened to CM Punk, I just love everything that Drew McIntyre has done since.
Oh my, it's like,
He's a professional hater.
yeah,
I love it.
dude, he has been cooking, and this is like a side of Drew I feel like we've never seen before. He is just
Yeah.
hilariously like as just this salty bad guy. He's
Yeah,
great.
Do you see him call himself DM Hunk?
DM Hunk, yes, DM Hunk. He's just leaning straight into it. I wonder if he and CM Punk had this conversation backstage. Like, hey, just go all off, lah.
Yeah,
You know?
probably. I mean, the part about when he said he's not a spiritual man, but I prayed for this to happen. I think that's
Yeah.
like the coldest
Cold,
line
bro.
I've ever heard, man. It was amazing. Yeah, so I mean, if nothing else, it's kind of a redemption story for Drew McIntyre if he were to finally win the title
Yeah,
in front of
yeah.
a crowd.
Yep.
I'm not gonna hate on that. Yeah.
No, and we all know that Seth needs a break anyway because he does have to go for surgery, right? So
Yeah.
it makes sense. Unless, of course, he does it and then, Damian Priest comes out. And
Yeah.
oh, there you go.
I think
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense.
You know,
It-
yeah, I think it's really good.
Like you see how he beat Brock Lesnar, right? It was just take a few moves, done.
Boom, done.
Yeah.
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 Can do the same thing with Seth. He would still be fresh.
Yeah.
Damien can come out, or Judgment Day can come out, beat him up,
Yeah.
throw case in, do a 20-minute match, and then have either Damien go over, Drew go over. Either
But
way,
if Drew go over, then you screw Damian, like then Damian looks like a chum lah. Cannot, right?
yeah.
Poor
But I
guy.
think Damien might go over, and then they can do the Drew Damien for
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in a weird spot. I feel like they're in a very weird spot because obviously Priest, even though logically he should go and go for the Roman Reigns' title, right? He's not going to because from a storytelling perspective, it's just an extra wrinkle that doesn't need to be added to the Bloodline story already. It's way too distracting. So it's quite obvious he has to go for Seth's championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have anyone from GrappleMAX that's actually going to Perth for EC?
Kevin?
Huh?
You also?
Me?
You know?
Larhvin, you're going?
Oh,
How come you don't know you're going? What's going
You
on?
don't- Oh, I do not know I bought a ticket.
All time. Yes, Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Intern.
I see.
Intern
I
Kelvin,
see.
nice.
Hey, tell him to go link up with Foreign, man. I'm gonna try to do some content, record some content there. So
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll let him know.
yeah, for sure.
Nice.
For sure.
That was.
Hey man, I got the wrong idea, but yes, have fun, Kelvin.
Larhvin is like a jet setter, lah, so I don't blame you for getting
Yeah.
confused. Maybe he was jetting off to
all
Perth
the
for fun.
Christmas. What?
Or maybe Larhvin is actually going to do a secret run in and he doesn't want to Pauto.
He gonna walk in like Nick Nemeth.
Yeah, like do the Nick Nemeth thing.
Oh, dear, gonna be fun.
But
That'll be fun.
guys, thank you so much for dropping by, especially on a weekend like this, a long weekend. We had so much fun chatting with you guys. Finally getting you guys on the podcast.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Finally.
Awesome. You guys are our first guests for season 7, and hopefully not the last GrappleMAX wrestler to be on the show this year. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Guys, so this weekend on Saturday, it will be Causeway Jam. I can't wait to see the two of you wrestling. Like we mentioned, unfortunately, tickets sold out already, but you can still go and check out GrappleMAX's social media, buy tickets for the next event. I'm sure you guys got like package for the whole year also, right?
Yes, we do have our community packages as
Yeah.
well.
So,
I believe the lowest day gives you like 4 tickets.
oh, okay.
It gives you like 12 tickets, right? As
Nice.
well as classes and stuff like that, right? Yeah, check it out. If you have any questions, drop us a message on our Instagram, Facebook, any of our social medias, even our website, GrappleMAX.xg. We are also
Awesome,
building up more community stuff, community events. So we will be doing things like watch-alongs in the studio.
Yeah. Isn't there a video game like competition?
Yes,
you
sir.
guys
Yes,
playing
sir.
2K23? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's happening on the, let me get the date correct, guys.
Yes.
It's happening on the weekend of Elimination Chamber. That's why I'm not there.
Oh,
I remember.
It's on
right.
the Friday. So it's
Yeah,
on the
it's on
23rd
Friday.
of February at night. So
Yeah.
that's something to look out for. It's
Yeah.
going to be a blast. It's going to be the first of its kind as well. So actually, so the prize is actually going to be pro wrestler t-shirt from GrappleMAX.
Ooh.
So that's something to look forward to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And in 2024, we are going to have a lot more community events where we get to spend time as GrappleMAX wrestlers and fans together with the whole community.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm
Can't wait.
looking forward to it, and I can't wait for us to have more collaborations this year as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Let's do it.
I can't wait to see you guys do your thing on Saturday as
Podcast
well.
here.
Yeah, we will. We did, like, didn't we? The first episode?
Yes.
No,
we,
wait.
yeah. We
was
have
last
been
year,
doing
last
it.
year. Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
last year, but we'll do one for a big show for sure this coming year. Yeah.
Guys, once again, thank you so much for your time. We really, really appreciate you guys. We got Ban, we got Larhvin, and as always, it's Mr. Young.
And it's Forward in the building. Take care.